In Luton, Supervisor Nathan is expecting trouble. A passenger coming in on a delayed flight from Belfast looks sure to miss his onward flight to Krakow in Poland.
He's kicked off quite badly in Belfast. He's upset some of the staff and he's caused the assistant manager some problems and stuff like that. And she's phoned ahead to let us know what's going on, just to warn us. Not to do anything against him, but just to let us know that, you know, he may cause problems.
The Eagle, aka Raymond Burke, has landed, and yes, the Krakow flight has gone without him.
You got a serious problem, sir, with me. Why? Well, if you wait till I finish speaking, then you can speak. I'll not interrupt you, you don't interrupt me. I booked on a 10 o'clock flight this morning from Belfast to London at 10:05 in Belfast. They announced there was a technical problem with the airplane. I was told we'd go past check-in because of EasyJet. Excuse me, I give you permission and time to speak. Please don't interrupt me.
I wasn't interrupting you, sir.
Well, you were. With both body language and your lips. Excuse me. EasyJet told me in Belfast, categorically, that there was a technical problem with the aircraft and my cases would be picked up from the aircraft on the tarmac at the other side of the airport. Somebody would escort me across and walk straight on the plane. Subject to that plane arriving 12:30, 12:35, 12:40. As long as we're there before takeoff. That's what I was told.
No, you weren't, sir. I actually spoke to the person in Belfast.
Sorry.
No, it's my turn to speak, sir.
Sorry. No, you interrupted me.
It's my turn to speak.
No. Excuse me.
No, sir.
Excuse me. You contradicted me and you called me a liar.
I'm asking.
You called me a liar, and then you speak.
Sir, I've spoken to the assistant manager who you spoke to in Belfast. She told you there was no guarantee for you to get onto this flight.
That's what I said.
Yes. Then just told me that you were told categorically we were told the flight for you.
Subject to the flight landing at 12:30 or 35. There was no guarantee. Quite right.
Yes.
Lady did say that.
Yes, and your flight landed at 12:27. I think it was 12:27.
Correct.
Yes, which was too late for you to get onto the Krakow flight. The only thing we can do is, like I said, transfer you onto the next flight, which is unfortunately tomorrow.
I'll come back to you and let you know what I'm doing, not what EasyJet's doing. Have a nice day.
I know for a fact we don't fly anywhere else to Krakow today, and I don't think Wizz Air have another Krakow flight until tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens.
Yes, good afternoon.
Raymond Burke is back and wants a transfer. All he needs to do is remain calm.
Well, I mean, if you want to get it transferred to the Warsaw flight, I can definitely make it. I mean, I can transfer you to that flight right now.
Well,
there's a charge of.
Sorry?
There's a charge of £35 if you're
Well,
already.
they don't charge me nothing, sir. I suggest you pick up your telephone and speak to your colleagues that I was talking.
Unless until you specify the person whom you spoke to, I can't really pick up the phone and speak to someone. I mean, whom they really don't know about your case.
To be quite honest, sir, I don't take the names and addresses of garbage.
Just go check with the airline.
Nathan calls customer services to ask for Mr. Burke's transfer fee to be waived.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, on this occasion, they'll give you a free transfer onto the Warsaw flight.
Really?
Yes.
A free transfer?
Yes. They don't usually do it, but because of the problems. Okay, we're going to get you onto that flight now. We'll transfer
A free transfer?
Yes, it doesn't usually happen, and they've been very generous on this occasion.
Ever so generous?
So my colleague here will transfer you onto the Warsaw flight later on this evening.
Really?
Yes.
And do you have slotties or euros to pay my hotel bill tonight?
Because you didn't leave 2 hours between it.
Sorry,
okay.
I'm going to interrupt you, and I apologise for interrupting you.
Okay.
You're wrong. In your statement, I didn't leave 2 hours early. You're totally wrong. You called me or accused me of telling lies before. I am now calling you a liar. Okay?
Okay.
You understand English?
Yes.
I talk from facts,
yes,
not
but
fiction.
what I'm saying is that is irrelevant. The point I'm trying to make is when you booked the ticket, you didn't leave 2 hours between the scheduled time of arrival and the scheduled time of departure of your two flights.
That is correct.
Yes, and because
if you understand English, I agree with you on that point.
And this is why you will not get anything for EasyJet for the hotels.
No, you're making a statement again.
Yes, I'm telling you right now, you will not get anything from EasyJet for the hotels.
Really?
Yes.
Watch the space. Now, can we carry on?
Should be one of the Paris.
I've travelled from Ireland, and I was there at 7 o'clock this morning, and they told me to relax, go on the 10 o'clock flight because there is no hold-up, there's no problem, and now I get that from them.
for some reason he wanted to argue every little thing I was doing. And it seemed kind of pointless at the end of it, but fair enough. He's happy, I guess, to be going to Warsaw this evening.
I've had bigger pains. Nice meeting you. Thank you.
It takes over 2,550 gigahertz and 1,700 staff to operate the 850 computers that control EasyJet's operation in Luton. Normally, the system runs smoothly, but today, computer says no. Or so these passengers think. 2 of these 6 friends travelling to Bremen have not been checked in for their flight, and Supervisor Nathan Wood has got to sort it out.
All of us are together.
So I don't know what happened over the check-in system, and I will be asking and find out what did happen. But right now they cannot travel because the captain will not accept you. They were not technically checked in.
This is ridiculous.
All 6 of the friends say they were on time, but EasyJet claimed 2 were too late to check in.
Those 2 passengers weren't checked in.
Yeah, but that's your fault. That's not ours because they were here.
I appreciate that. I don't know what actually happened with the check-in system, but I spoke to my manager and she said they've spoken to the AA captain and the captain will not accept you for travel.
We were all here checking in, and suddenly it just stopped.
I
Right?
accept what you're saying, sir, but I don't know what happened. I'm only dealing with what I've got right in front of you.
Well, this is not our fault.
I
It's
appreciate that,
yours.
sir, but I've
Well,
got to
just
look
to
into
get it sorted out.
and I cannot get you onto the flight today.
Let's have the 2 passports, please.
6 passports were handed through. They check 4 people in and they leave 2 out. Why? A party of 6.
But the friends haven't finished with EasyJet yet.
You know, this is ridiculous.
If 6 people are together, and there's 6 passports, and you take the 6 passports, and when you reach 4, you stop. What sort of organisation is that?
But she was trying to get you all on the flight.
You're
Yeah?
right, but she
the
stopped too short.
she managed to get 4 of you checked in.
Yeah, and stopped
then the
2.
system automatically closes out, yeah? Well, once the flight's closed, it's closed. There's nothing we can do with that.
People run computer don't run people, all right? So as far as you can override that computer because 6 people are together, but you didn't do it. Okay, we're here now. We're supposed to be in Germany tonight. What's going to happen?
With 4 of the group still checked in for the Bremen flight, Martin's doing all he can to get the 2 stray passengers anywhere in Germany.
We have a Dortmund going, it's closing in about 5 minutes.
Dortmund, then put them on Dortmund.
I don't know if there's any availability. I have to go and run and check. Have you got the passports there, please? The 2 people that aren't yet. Just give me 2 seconds. Excuse me, sir. No seats at all to Germany tonight, I'm afraid. The first one is it's tomorrow morning at 6:30. To Berlin, I think.
Berlin's a full 240 miles away from Bremen.
This is getting more ridiculous
I understand
by
that,
the
I know.
minute.
But at the stage you were
Surprised you're on
checking in.
TV, you know, because you're all comedians and you're just not doing what you're supposed to do.
flight's still open. Are we
In the
having
time
the
that you've been
flight?
chatting and yakking about this thing, we could have been sorted this out and been on the plane.
You're going to go this evening. You should go to departures now, and I'll deal with the 2 people that are left behind. Okay?
With 4 passengers dispatched, all Martin's got to worry about now are brothers Fitzalbert and Linval MacDonald.
Definitely won't be using EasyJet, not ever. Not if my life depends on it.
Do you want me to get you rebooked now for tomorrow morning, and then you can
Wait,
leave?
Chrissy, okay. You say you're going to book us. Book us until give us the details.
Just be with me just 2 seconds, okay?
Looks like there might be a breakthrough.
My colleagues just informed me that the Dortmund flight's closing now, but 9 people failed to turn up to actually get that flight. So if you want, I can put you in the Dortmund now, going in literally 31 minutes. Yeah, that gets you this evening, yeah? Through security
Luckily for
questioning.
Linval and Fitzalbert, Supervisor says yes. At least now they're only going to be 140 miles from Bremen.
How near that is to Bremen, I haven't got a clue.
It's boarding at gate 11 to make your way straight to departures.
Luckily, we had 9 people who didn't turn up on the Dortmund flight, so managed to get them on the Dortmund flight. It's not nice to be shouted at, but I do understand why they shout at me.
What's the time and the date, all right?
Yeah, because it's her and Steph as well.
16,
really.
yeah,
So,
write down the... Because at the minute I'm so stressed. Write it down. Well, what time have I got to be here? 6 o'clock, is it?
The 16:49, 5, no, 2 hours before.
Yeah, so
In Bristol, Rosemary MacDonald has been invited on holiday to Rome with a friend, but she's arrived with an out-of-date passport.
I could scream. I'm stressed. I'm going to have a heart attack in a minute.
She's been transferred to tomorrow's flight.
Who can I speak to who's in charge here? I want the senior one.
The supervisor's over there, Michelle.
Can I have a word with you over here, please? Now, what I don't understand is, when I changed it, how come the girl who was changing it didn't realise the passport I was reading from was out of date?
What do you mean, who was reading your passport?
Don't you understand what I'm saying?
No, you need to start and speak to me
What I'm
properly, or I
saying-
shan't bother talking to you at all.
Hang on here a minute.
What's happening? Who are you shouting
I'm
at?
not. What I'm saying is, my friend, her husband was going.
Yeah.
He couldn't go.
Fine.
She rang me up this morning. She asked me to have a passport. I
Yeah.
said yes, because I went to the States last year.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm at home. She said, get your passport,
Yeah.
because we got to change the names.
Yeah.
Right? So I read out what my name was.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
To whom?
I don't know, to my friend who was changing the passport. She
That's
was
fine,
changing
yeah.
the flights.
Okay, so you read
Right.
your passport name to her.
Yeah. And then they asked, so how come I didn't realise I was calling from the passport that was out of date?
Well, why would you realise? You look at the date, but you're giving your name to someone will not tell you if your passport's out of date.
Oh, all right.
So your passport is not out of date?
No,
It's
I've
not
got the
out
wrong
of date.
one.
Right, so why did you ask me why would you know a passport was out of date?
I didn't. What?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Oh,
you
it
just
doesn't
did.
matter.
That's fine, yeah. Come tomorrow with a passport, you get on an aircraft. She's come to the airport with an out-of-date passport and seems to think it's our problem that we couldn't tell her her passport was out of date. Why wouldn't we know that?
I don't think it was their fault. My friend, husband, couldn't go. Rang me up this morning, got a valid passport. I said, yeah. And they asked the names. I got here, brought the wrong passport. That's it.
A little strange, to say the least. I didn't quite get where she was coming from on any other conversations. But we'll wait and see if she turns up tomorrow.
It won't be EasyJet. I'll be flying with again. Okay.
Back in Bristol, Rosemary MacDonald has returned for her flight to Rome. All she has to do is check in.
There.
Thank you very much.
Do you need that?
No, that's your car park.
So I've got to have this when I come back?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I tell you what, it was pandemonium yesterday.
Why?
Oh, like a dopey idiot. I had my other passport. Oh, and that woman. I could have killed her. Right. Have I got it right this time?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, 100% sure.
What about this?
That's your reference, that's fine. It all matches the system.
But darling, where's my ticket?
You don't have a ticket. EasyJet is a ticketless airline. You just need your reference number, which is this one.
So...
You don't have a ticket, this just needs a reference number.
You sure of that now?
I'm 100% sure
Right.
of that.
Let's hope the incisive check-in questions don't throw Rosemary completely off track.
Nobody asked you to carry anything on board the aircraft?
What did you say?
Nobody gave you anything to take on board the aircraft?
This?
No stranger gave you anything to take on board the plane?
I met a stranger.
Sure. I just need you to answer the security questions.
All right.
Okay, nobody gave you anything to take on board, and you're carrying no sharp or dangerous items in your hand luggage.
No, I don't think so. No, I've only got a pen. No, I don't think so.
Okay, you've got none of these items on here, no?
Have I got what?
None of these items on here.
What's that?
Dangerous items?
No, why would I have that for?
I've just got to ask.
But it's all needles and stuff. No.
Okay?
No. Right, thanks a lot, darling.
Thank you very much. Onto the cakes, please.
Yeah, thanks a lot, darling.
Rosemary eventually made it onto her flight. Thankfully without any sharp items.
Did we have any Madrid passenger at 5:05?
And it's equally as important for passenger Thomas Lichtmann and his family to get to Madrid today. They've arrived at Luton Airport on time, but haven't been checked in.
Yeah, I just spoke to the lady who was in charge for closing the flight. You weren't at that queue. at 5:05. It was after
I
that.
was.
No, you was in the wrong queue. It was
No, I
last
was
minute.
in the right queue.
No. It'll cost you £35 each for the transfer.
No, I won't pay that. I won't pay that
You
because.
have to pay if you want to go on the next
But
flight.
why should I pay? It was your fault. It was not my
It
fault.
wasn't our fault, sir. It was displayed
But
as
look,
last-minute
it's
death.
your word
20
against
minutes
my.
before the flight should close.
I was there at 5:05.
The
We
manager
waited
who
out-
actually closed the check-in, she actually called out for Madrid passenger in front of the queue. So you've obviously missed
Look,
that.
he says that somebody just called, and was not true. Nobody called. I was queuing there. Well, it's my word against his word. So, who was the lady which you spoke, please? I would like to know her name, and I would like to speak with her.
Yeah,
Because this was not true. I was 5 minutes past 5.
That's the manager.
Well,
You
okay,
can have a word with
it
us.
could be the president. I don't matter. It doesn't matter.
No president on shift today, just Supervisor Nathan Wood.
I've just spoken to my manager. She said she put a call out for Madrid. You turned up 2 minutes after the flight had closed. To save for tickets, you have to pay £35 per person.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
It's not if I'm happy or not,
it's
sir.
nice to do that to
It is
customers.
my job, sir.
You are
If you want
really
to
happy
save-
if you.
if you want to save your
Okay, I
tickets,
will pay it.
that's fine.
He will pay, but don't say that we are a liar because
I'm not
we were
saying you're a
there.
liar. I'm
No,
not
yes,
saying you're a liar.
because we
Yes,
were
you
there.
are telling
I'm
that.
not
You are
saying you're a
telling
liar.
that.
No, I'm not saying you're a liar at all.
What are you telling to
I'm
me?
explaining
What are you
I've
telling
spoken
to
to
me?
you. I've said this.
I would like to speak with that lady. Please call her now. Here.
Fed up with waiting in Luton, passenger Thomas Lichtman and daughter Deborah are about to find out the cost of crossing manager Mary Hosier.
If you
But
send
we closed the flight at 5:15.
a quarter,
sir.
no, a
Yes.
quarter past 5.
You were not at that desk at
We
quarter
were here
past.
at 5
You were
o'clock.
not there at quarter past
you see
5,
how
sir.
the lady lies.
Excuse me, I'm not lying, sir.
Yes, you are
I
lying.
am
You
not,
are
sir.
lying.
Go away now. I'm not lying.
was
Go
here.
away
No,
now, please. Go away now,
Stop
please.
me.
I am not lying. The gentleman is calling me a liar.
Yes,
I do not want to
I
speak
am.
to either of you. So please
I
just
was
move away.
here. I was
Please
here
just move away now. Thank you.
English, sir.
And whatever you're saying in Spanish, do not be rude, because you will not be flying tomorrow either.
We won't be rude.
If the lady does not apologise, she will not
I
be
will
travelling tomorrow.
apologise, I will apologise.
She has to apologise.
I can be sure that.
Yes, sir. They definitely were not in this last-minute queue for the flight. So now he's not happy saying that he was there at 5:02, 5 past. Then it's 5 o'clock, so they're not too sure actually what time they were there. But they definitely were not there for 5:15. She said something to me in Spanish, which was obviously rude because her father contradicted, sort of said, stop now. So she doesn't apologise, then no, I will remove her off the flight for tomorrow. Yeah.
Mary's not negotiating. If Deborah doesn't apologise, she won't be travelling tomorrow.
Just go and apologise, and that's all. Okay, I don't want to quarrel, really. Go and apologise, and that's all.
Decirle que estabas nerviosa y lo hablaste
Look, I'm sorry, but I didn't say nothing. I was to say something, but my father told me that not to say something.
Obviously,
so
it wasn't
I'm
going to
sorry.
be nice, though, because you were saying it in Spanish, so I wouldn't understand.
No. It was an expression like when you are nervous, like, but nothing against
Okay,
you.
that's
so
fine.
it was something for me, not
Okay,
against you. So
okay.
if you are like bad with me, I'm sorry, but it wasn't against you.
Okay, fine. I mean, the Mediterraneans, I know they can be a bit hot-headed, but she's had the courtesy to come back and apologise, so that's fine.
So peace is finally restored.
This place is shit. 2 minutes late for a check-in, wouldn't let us on the plane.
The day's not getting any better for Michelle.
I can't be.
Nick Spray and Rachel Foy have just missed the Amsterdam check-in.
We were 1 minute 30 seconds for the flight, they won't let us on. So, idiots. And they also told, we rung up and they also said we have 5 minutes leeway and they're not let us on. So, I'm going to kick the shit out of someone.
Ladies, but all day try to get up here. Of course, there's no signs and all the roads are shit anyway. And finally get up here, a minute half late, and it's all.
We got here just 1 minute after 11 minutes past.
I mean, once the agents have asked the dispatcher who liaises with the pilot and he says, no, that's out of our hands,
Yeah.
it's a missed flight, you know, you need to be here a good hour before a flight. So what we can do for you is transfer you on to tomorrow's Amsterdam flight. It will be £35 per person for a rescue fee.
What are we going to do?
Oh, on a separate
More time.
219 quid is what the place. Our options are we either go home and waste £219 that we spent, or we spend an extra £34 per person for a day less, and we travel at 7 a.m, which means we've got to stay in Bristol all night.
I can understand the frustrations, you know, of getting here late and not being allowed on, but I won't deal with the standing there swearing at me, you know, about the roads or the W whatevers. You know, go away, calm down, come back, and I'll deal with it that way.
Hello again. I've calmed down a bit now. I apologise for swearing at you.
Having had time to think about their actions, Nick and Rachel have returned to the sales desk to change their flight.
Down there.
But Dad Stephen has been doing some research.
Good or bad? Really? Would they have let us on?
They would try, yeah. They'd let you go through to the gate.
My dad just talked to British Airways, and they said they would have let us go through the gate if we were late. So, it just shows.
They don't let people on if they're late.
Well, they just let someone board. It was 20 minutes late, apparently.
It could be a different situation altogether. The aircraft could have had a slot that's staying here. There's many, many factors. I mean, do you want to go tomorrow, or do you want to keep up with the aggravation?
I'm just saying, we've just been over to speak to Airways. I'm not aggravating this at all. I'm just saying, different British Airways, different set of people with different things. We're just saying. It doesn't affect you at all, does it? So
your attitude does.
I've not got an attitude.
Yeah.
We're not being nasty.
No, I mean, you know, it's just the comments. British Airways would have let us on so and so. There's all different circumstances, and your circumstances where you were late for the flight, you didn't get on
Why
it.
60 seconds?
You know, you're suggested to check in 2 hours before a flight, not doing it on the deadline. But yeah, you're getting there tomorrow, so it's not good.
Well,
even friend Nick has heard enough.
If we delay an aircraft to wait for passengers, it delays the next aircraft, and then we get told EasyJet are never on time, so we haven't got the time to stand around waiting for passengers. If you're late, we won't wait.
I've just got here and I'm on the flight. It was 13:40, and I got here a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, unfortunately we close check-in at 40 minutes before now, so it closes at 2:30.
But it says 13:40. That's what I was told. That's what it says. Look, I have to get that flight, please.
Due to security restrictions, EasyJet's check-in time has changed.
It does state 30 minutes on here, yeah, you are correct, but it was still a couple of minutes late, unfortunately.
Please, I need to get on that flight. Please, surely there's something you can do.
No, what we've already done is we've asked the dispatcher and the captain, and they've said no to getting on board the flight. The extra restrictions at security. Not to Madrid today, you'll be looking at tomorrow.
I don't believe this. It doesn't fly for 40 minutes.
We called and closed the flight before you got here.
I don't believe there's nothing you can do.
The only possibility is really the Luton, but that's 17:45. I don't believe you've got enough time to get there.
Who else is there I can speak to besides you, please?
There will be my manager.
And when are they on duty, please?
Pardon?
When are they on duty, please?
There'll be one on duty now.
Right, can I speak to them, please? I'd like to speak to them now. Thank you.
International hockey umpire Sandy Richards is on her way to the Hockey World Cup.
I'm sure they'll be dismayed as I am to know that if I don't get there this evening, I'll be missing out on some of the action.
With the flight about to board, manager Gemma Sales finally arrives to deal with Sandy.
Say that you have some
Is there
culpability
any
here.
chance that this LMC can be accepted on this flight at all, please?
It's minus 15 to time of departure.
Yeah, it's minus 15 now.
But it wasn't earlier when I was here. It wasn't minus 15 earlier.
Yeah, still, they have to close the flight at minus 40.
I need to get there today.
There's not another flight to Madrid today, unfortunately.
I'd like someone to help me get information from flights from London, please. From any flight, please.
I mean, you can go onto the internet. You can use the internet.
So you're leaving me to sort this out now, because
the only thing that we can do is we can show you.
No, I wasn't late for the flight. No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Even at minus 30, you were 2 minutes late.
You cannot. You did not time 2 minutes from there to there.
I would have got you on it. I would have got you on it.
I'm sure you would have done.
The captain's the one that says no. He has the say.
Your colleague is inaccurate there.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm afraid she's digging in there when there's no need to.
Right. Just at the stairs here.
Meanwhile, umpire Sand is still contesting manager Gemma's decision.
Final call from Madrid. Would you please proceed to
They're just calling people.
They're doing final
Why?
calls to
Why
people.
can't I be in there?
Because
Why?
these people had already been checked in. They're now late to the game.
You're going round in a big
Accept it.
circle.
No, we are going round in circles.
Yeah, we are going round in circles
So
because
if-
you're not prepared. Your EasyJet, whoever it is, are just not prepared to make any concession there.
With the last EasyJet flight to Madrid taking off, Sand is left to find an alternative flight.
This is great. This is the help I'm getting to sort out another flight. Good job I can type quickly, isn't it?
Half an hour later and still no luck. Sand is back downstairs.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. We've spoken to BA. They've got a flight at 19.50 from Heathrow. Right. It's £486.50.
I can't afford that.
With the only alternative too expensive, it's back to the sales desk.
Just seeing if I can fly, if they can transfer me to Malaga, and they can find out if I can get a flight to from Malaga to Madrid. Hello.
Debbie doesn't think that the information desk won't have any details. She's your best bet is probably to go online again.
The information desk doesn't have information.
I mean, you can ask them. You can ask them by all means, but she doesn't think that they'll
why?
have any
I mean,
information.
can you tell me, just sitting up there somewhere, is there some big controller that actually does have this information, you know, of all of it? Does anybody, you know,
Sandy finally admits defeat.
I would like to transfer my ticket, please, for tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be £35, and that's on tomorrow's 14:10
You want
flight.
to charge me to transfer over, don't you? Okay.
Yeah, because it's a missed departure fee. So if you missed your flight, you need
I'm not going to even have this argument with you. I'll pay it, but obviously I'll take my receipts and I'll take the matter up directly with
Yes.
EasyJet because
Yeah.
clearly you can't deal with that issue for me. EasyJet have sent hundreds of emails to me telling me of cheap flights and everything like that. What they failed to do, though, was send me an email telling me that they changed the actual booking time to 10 minutes earlier, and that's cost me a day, it's cost me a trip, and it spoilt it, so I'm still very upset about it.
Yesterday, a French air traffic control strike put paid to Sarah Doggier's flight, and now she's back to try again.
I have the flight for Paris. And
Paris is closed?
Wait. My bus just come and it was supposed to come at 6. And I have to fly it now.
How big is your bag?
It's here.
That needs to be checked in. Hello, can you accept one LMC, one bag on the Paris?
You know, can you?
Yeah. I know I might be pushing it. Okay. Thanks anyway, bye. No.
What? No.
They won't allow you
No,
onto
but
the
you have
aircraft.
to say that yesterday they canceled my flight and they don't give me any hotel or nothing. I have to fly now.
You can't, I'm afraid.
Please.
I've already asked him.
No, please call. I can't. I have to go to Paris.
It's going in 5 minutes' time. There is no way I can
Please.
get you. I've tried for you.
No,
That
but
is what I rang for.
explain my case that yesterday.
It doesn't matter. They won't listen to your case about whether it was cancelled or not.
Please.
What they need to get the aircraft out on time.
Please.
I've
I
tried.
can't.
There's
I
no
can't.
way. I'm afraid there is no way.
No, but can you understand that it's not my fault?
I do understand that, but at the same time,
What can I do?
you need to get on to tomorrow's flight.
No, but because they don't give us hotel, they don't give us anything.
Because that was beyond EasyJet's control. It was the French authorities.
No, but please call us.
I've tried.
Please.
You can argue with me all night. You cannot get on that Paris flight.
saw
until-
the phone. Then what can I do?
This lady will transfer you to tomorrow's flight for £35.
Excuse me. I can't. Do you know why? Because I have no money to go to Cambridge. I have
You won't be able to travel with EasyJet.
Flight at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Nobody speaks French in this country.
Sarah's not going home tonight, and unless she pays £35, she won't be going home tomorrow either.
No, has to pay it.
£35, yeah.
You have to pay it, I'm afraid.
Yes, but
It
for me,
leaves
I
in
have
4
time.
minutes'
I have time to go
4
there.
minutes? No, you haven't got
Sarah's still in Luton and still adamant she's got no money. Enter Supervisor Nathan to sort it out.
What can I do? You transferred from yesterday, didn't you?
No, I don't have any money.
Okay, then you have to transfer
Yesterday
your
they
flight.
I lose my flight
Okay.
yesterday. I lose my flight.
For the flight that was
Today,
cancelled yesterday,
I don't
you can get
have
your money.
any money.
For the flight that was cancelled yesterday, you can get your money back. But for today, the only way for you to get to Paris is you have to pay the transfer fee of £35.
I can't pay!
I understand that, but you've got to understand that we cannot help you unless you pay. There's no way we're going to help you. Okay, we cannot get you onto that flight unless you pay the transfer fee.
If it was my fault, it's okay, but it's not my fault.
Yes, but it's not EasyJet's fault, the fact that you were late to check
And everybody say, no, it's not my fault,
Yes,
and what
but
can I do?
Are you blaming us? It's not our fault that you were late to check in, I'm afraid. And so, because it's not our fault, you do have to pay for the transfer fee. I'm not going to give her a free transfer. It's not our fault she's late. She basically hasn't made enough effort to get here on time. So she would have to pay the transfer fee of £35.
Can I see your passport as well,
How
please?
many is it?
£35, madam.
Oh, look, she's discovered a credit card.
Thank you.
You've been transferred to tomorrow morning, that's the 4th of February. Flight number is 2571, London Luton to Paris, leaving at 7 o'clock, madam. You should be here at 5 o'clock early in the morning. Flight opens for check-ins and closes at 6:30 on dot.
I'm not saying that she was lying or anything like that, but as always, they managed somehow to find the money to pay for a transfer, and that's what's happened today.
Bye-bye.
Supervisor Nathan Wood has spotted a customer smoking, but that might not be the only problem.
As far as I can gather, he and his wife were travelling to Palma this morning. Somehow his wife made it to the flight, but he didn't. I don't really know why. And so we've transferred him onto the next flight, which is not till about 6:10 this afternoon. I've gathered he spent a little bit of time in the bar, and I've actually spoken to him now and said, look, you've got about 4 hours or so before your check-in opens, and I've told him you cannot go to the bar. You have to go to the bar to go and get some coffee, get some fresh air, and basically sober yourselves up, otherwise we won't accept you for travel.
It seems, though, Nathan's suggestion hasn't sunk in.
Hello, the guy right in front of you has just come up to your desk. He's not actually travelling until 6:10 on the Palma flight. Okay, so he doesn't need to check in till 4 o'clock. I've told him about 3 times not to check in just yet, but tell him to come back at 4 o'clock and go out, sit outside in the fresh air with some water. All right, then, bye. He said to her that he's actually already checked in. So I think the guy's a little bit confused. So I have a feeling he's had a lot of alcohol. So I'm seriously going to be watching him later on when he comes to check in.
At last he takes the advice. But for how long? At check-in, Richard Williams is back, but he's still early.
Our friend again, going to Palma, he's queuing up again at desk 51 now. He seems to be going along the desks at the moment, so I'm going to let her know that he's a bit early again. If he keeps doing this, it's kind of indication that he's a little bit too drunk to travel. Yeah, that guy right in front of you, he's going to Palma, and yeah, he doesn't check in till 4 o'clock. Okay, you're about the 5th person to tell him that he can't travel until 4 o'clock. All right, then bye. And if he keeps coming to check in every 10 minutes, then I'm just going to tell him, look, your flight's tomorrow.
10 minutes later, guess who's joined another queue?
Hello. 4 o'clock. You're a bit early. So if you want to come back, go get yourself a coffee. You've still got till it says 4 o'clock over there. Then come back, okay? You seem pretty calm with it, but obviously I don't want him drunk and sitting in the back of the plane and falling asleep and do something stupid to himself or something like that. So see what happens.
At Luton, having turned Mr. Williams away from check-in 4 times, Supervisor Nathan's had enough.
But if you want to travel, you're going to have to travel tomorrow, not today.
I've got to travel. I've got to go.
It's going to cost you £35 and we can transfer you to tomorrow.
I don't know what I've done wrong to do this and miss a flight and it cost me 40 quid.
Well, sir, if you're drunk, then you're not going to travel.
I'm not drunk. Do you think I'm drunk?
No, but you're a bit abusive.
Do you think I'm drunk?
You're drunk and a bit abusive, sir. And if you keep on going, I won't transfer you at all.
She is.
Man.
Right, so the 2I.
What, you're going to bust me again?
I won't let you travel at all, sir.
Okay.
We'll take you off the flight completely.
I'm pissed off because I missed my flight to Mallorca. Okay, it's going to cost me 25 quid to get home and 25 quid to get back in the morning.
Who else?
That's 50 quid.
Who is it?
Okay. You're now travelling tomorrow.
I always do it myself, honestly.
Tomorrow, sorry. It's the 9th of June. Luton to Palma. You're taking off at 8:20. You'll land at 11:45 local time.
Don't be rude,
Your check-in opens up at 4 o'clock.
Is that it then?
And will close at 7:50 on the dot, okay?
It's just cost me 100 quid.
That's probably why she was that time then.
100 quid.
No, we shouldn't go anyway.
Good luck tomorrow.
No.
We would be in every right to actually refusing travel right now and say, no, sorry, you're not going to travel with us at all. But the only reason I transferred him was because it's the first flight in tomorrow morning and there's no bars open here in the airport, and I assume he's going to, I actually said he was going back to Bedford. So, you know, even if he has a couple of drinks tonight, by the time he gets back to here tomorrow, he'll be very hungover, but he shouldn't be drunk. But, you know, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning.
In Luton, guess who's come back again?
I want my money back.
Then you need to call customer services.
I want money back now.
We do not do refunds here.
I want my money back.
You need to speak to the airline directly.
I want to fly. You're not letting me fly.
You need to
I want my money back now.
I never said to you, sir, you can fly tomorrow morning.
Yeah, at 8:30. What, and it's going to cost me 50 quid to get back to Bedford?
Sir, that's up to you.
100 quid? I want my money back now.
We are not the airline, we're a handy agent.
You are the airline.
No, we are not.
I want my money back.
We cannot do
Listen,
refunds here, sir.
I've paid £300 to fly to Mallorca, right, and you're not letting me fly. I want my money now.
Well, if you want your money back, you have to go through the airline directly.
I want my money back now.
I cannot give you my money back.
Look, 333 quid.
Yeah.
I want my money back now.
Then call that phone number and you'll get it back.
Get that Greek guy. Get him.
Which Greek guy, sir?
Your boss.
He doesn't work. He's not our boss anymore, sir. He's
I want my
left.
money back.
If you want a refund, you can try and get it from the airline.
You work for EasyJet?
I don't work for EasyJet, sir.
You are? You've got EasyJet on
yes,
your...
because
EasyJet.
Yes, because EasyJet
you
are
are
our primary
EasyJet.
customer here in the airport.
Why can't you give me a refund now?
Because I'm not EasyJet.
What do you mean don't work for EasyJet?
We don't work for EasyJet.
You've got EasyJet shirts on.
Because
what
they
do you
are
mean
our
don't work for
primary
EasyJet?
Because they
of
are
course you
our
work for
primary
EasyJet.
customer here in the airport.
You are EasyJet.
They are our primary customer here in the airport, so we wear their uniform. We are not EasyJet themselves, though, sir.
You've got to talk to that Greek.
The information quite well.
And get him to sort it out, because this is just not right. Beg my pardon, my language. It's not right, man.
Have a good flight tomorrow morning.
I tell you, these Luton Airport people, man, they're out of order. They're out of order. All I want to do is travel. I'm working. Now I've got to get a f***ing train. It's going to cost me 50 quid. I don't even know where the train is.
Finally, Mr. Williams has accepted his bad news.
Hello, is there any chance we need another seats on the niece, please?
No,
we wasted 5 minutes. I could have checked in already.
Sir, the captain will not accept you.
Please, I am begging you. My grandmother is in the hospital. It's very severe. I have to be in Nice tonight.
Sir,
please, I am begging you. I am begging you. I am begging. What do you want me to do? Come on, it's only about 5 minutes.
I cannot get you on the flight to
I can run
Nice.
to the gate. Please phone the captain. Tell him it's a very special circumstance.
So they will
Please, I am begging
they will
you.
not get you on the flight to
I have
Nice.
to
We
be on the
cannot
flight
speak to the
tonight.
captain. The captain was on the plane.
I just have to be on this flight. You wasted 5 minutes. I could have checked in. I could be on this plane right now. I could be making my way to this plane now.
So
we
it's
only
not
talked about 5 minutes. I can be making my way to this plane now. We wasted time. We wasted 7 minutes now. Please, I am begging you.
Calm down.
Faced with such desperation, Nathan relents and does the unheard of. He phones the captain for a second time.
Yeah, is there any chance of getting some LMCs onto Nice? I know I've already asked, but I need to get them on there. Okay, that's fine. Thanks. No. There's nothing else I can do. I've tried twice for you, and both times they've said no.
Let me go to this plane.
I cannot get you onto that flight,
Let me go to this plane, please. Let me go on that plane. Let me go on that plane.
I can't, sir.
I am begging you, let me go on that plane. My grandmother may die tonight. If I go tomorrow, it's just too late. Do you understand?
I appreciate that, sir.
Do you
but there's nothing
understand?
else we
I
can
am
do.
begging you.
Still at the Luton sales desk, Fabio's in no mood to give up.
I'll have to be on this flight. I have to be on this flight.
Sir, I appreciate
am
that,
sorry.
but you're not
I'm
gonna get onto
begging
this
you.
flight.
I've begged you 10 times. I have to be on this flight. I have to be on this flight.
I've told you also 10
I
times
have
that you're not
to be on
going to
this
get onto
flight.
this flight. As much as I know it is important to you, I cannot keep asking for the same thing.
This is an important matter.
I appreciate that, sir, but I've tried 6 times to get you on there, and each time the answer has been the same: no.
But his persistence is paying off as Nathan explores every option.
Yeah, hi. Have you got any people who can you for Geneva? Okay, cool. Because I've got a gentleman who I desperately want to get on there. Possible? Okay. Bye bye. Okay, we might actually be able to get you out on our 6:30 flight to Geneva.
We understand.
From here.
Oh, great. That'd be great.
Okay, follow me.
And from there, Fabio can get a train to Nice to see his grandmother.
No matter how much I kept telling to him for like 10 minutes, no, I cannot get you on the flight. He wasn't giving up. Okay, if you go to the gentleman there, you're on it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm really sorry about that. I hope you get there in time. Okay. You got to give it to him for being persistent. You know, it's not a great solution, but it is a solution. He should get there tonight, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Isabella Santana and Alessandra de Cis are trying to get to Basel. They missed yesterday's flight and both thought they were transferred onto today's. Sadly for them, only one of them was transferred.
I paid £35. I lost the flight. I paid £35 to change. It's here very big. £35 for 2 person. Okay, she paid 35 and then we go.
Instead of £35, it will now cost the girls a lot more, and Supervisor Nathan Wood's in no mood to compromise.
She wants to travel today. She has to pay £131 in the next minute, because otherwise the flight's going to close.
I was very clear yesterday, 35 and then 2 person. You said
okay,
per person.
Right now,
okay, 35 per person is simply not possible.
Right now, unfortunately, I'm going to be very harsh, but you have to make up your mind. You either pay the £131 right now or you don't travel.
Sorry.
Okay, if she's not going to pay for it, are you going to travel?
Yes.
You're going to travel, okay. Cool, you're done. You need to go straight through into departures now. She will need to go to the desk over there to pay for a new flight tomorrow.
A furious Alessandra refuses to pay the £131. But things are about to get a whole lot worse. The mood's lifted in Belfast, but there's a cloud over Luton. Alessandra has grudgingly changed her mind and is paying the £131 to transfer her flight.
But it's just not possible, this. Just not possible, is it? Oh, you said 130.
It's too late now. I told you you had less than a minute to make up your mind. You said you didn't make your mind up. The flight is now late.
Now it's the 130 here, my God.
You're not travelling. You're not travelling now. You're late. You didn't make your mind up enough time. I gave you a good 5 minutes to make up your mind. You're now not travelling. She can travel tomorrow.
You said 130 and we go now.
Yes, but you did. I told you you had to make up your mind then and there. Taking too long, the flight needed to be closed. You are now on this Basel flight. You need to go through into departures if you are going to travel to make
I
the
can
flight.
go without her.
Okay, fine then.
With the flight closed, all they can do now is buy a seat for the next day.
I can go straight away for you tomorrow.
I can go tomorrow, is better, but I pay nothing anymore.
Okay, you're going to have to pay £90 for her to travel tomorrow.
I go tomorrow, but I pay nothing else. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
I go tomorrow, but I pay nothing else.
Take that passenger off. We now have both of you travelling on the 27th, London Luton to Basel at 7:15 tomorrow morning. You're going to arrive at 10 o'clock.
Was not my fault. Yesterday was my fault, I lost the flight. But today, not. Today I was here on good time.
Unfortunately for Nathan and Isabel, it was a simple misunderstanding.
Yesterday was a problem as well with the language, because I didn't even realise there was 2 people on the booking. You know, I just assumed it was just her, because she was the only one here. And then she comes up going, oh, no, there was 2 people. You know, it clearly says, it's like, fair enough, on a printout it does say it very clearly. But when you're up here and you only say, look, I've missed my flight, I need to move. It's, you know, how am I supposed to know there's more than one person on a booking that has actually missed their flight? If they're not here in front of me, what more can I do?